weeks before he died, with all his. My name is Spring Friedlander, and we didn't know it was his final gathering. And he'd been dropping by my house a few times, usually in passing, because his, what's your legal?
Stepdaughter.
Stepdaughter. His stepdaughter and I had just the Thanksgiving before adopted each other as step-niece and step-aunt. We've known each other since she was 11. That's a long time ago. She's the same age as Matthew. And Richard was always a very good model of a Jewish man. And he didn't talk about it at all. And it took me years before he found out he was Jewish. And I'm Jewish. So one of the interesting problems that we have is, as non-religious Jews, secular Jews, how do we be true to our own selves and our own history? And Richard did it by being inclusive. Mishpacha, everybody gets included. Deirdre, who actually was the first person to connect with me and managed to drag me over to her back porch for a lunar eclipse?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, anyway. As our first date, and I met Richard at that point, was a very important part of his life, to put it mildly. And Dasi was sort of part of the circle of those of us who were coming out in those days as bisexual, which was a big deal. This was breakthrough stuff. Talking about 1980, I believe. Or was it over by then? When were you 11? 78, okay. She was 11 in 78. Anyway, I have actually experienced the McGrath-Karpinski family as extended family at the level that I wish we could all function as. And they helped me go, wait a minute, I never give credit to anybody, and I'm giving credit to these people. Why am I doing this? Oh, I like this kind of work. So they were actually the final step in leading me to my next second career path. Contracting, carpenter plus. They have been a very important part of my life in terms of what it takes to function as family, as somebody who made the decision not to have kids, not to get married, including to them. I got an offer from them, 2 of them. How do I live my life? Why am I wearing a label? I was just at the Shared Housing Network for women 55 and older, and we're trying to figure out what we're going to do at this stage of our lives. So anyway, I just feel that Richard had his shtick being the cure for cancer. He thinks he's got a cure for cancer. He was saying that his last time. He would get off on his things, but he did hold the center. Matthew has woven himself in and out of tangentially into my life a few times, and he clearly is following in his father's tradition. I want to tell a story about Matthew. That was Richard's story. So, Matthew wanted to buy some fancy electronic device. And I think it was $2,000, which in those, was it a Mac?
It was an Apple II.
An Apple II, right, okay, right. Which was horrendously expensive in those days. And what Richard did is he slowly escalated the percentage of the purchase that he would give to Matthew if he saved enough money to get it. And I think he paid 75% of it in the end,
Yep.
Was it?
Yep.
But it was brilliant, because you had the capacity for earning some money by doing some techie stuff as an 11 and 12 and 13-year-old in the local video store, teaching them how they couldn't cheat on Pac-Man.
I don't Chris and
Oh, that was
Alex.
much later.
So,
So, in any case, I thought it was very appropriate that as the person who had more money in the family, the father, earning a good salary, that he gave him financial incentive for his son to save money, good lesson, so he could purchase what he wanted. Boom. And I just want to say that this is me. But one of the things I was brought up with is you don't hire other people, and I finally broke that when I first met her. She was my first employee I ever had. We went and dug out my garage from all the tools. She's still helping me dig out my garage. Okay.
Thank you.